What's up, Safari volunteers? Thank you again for serving the smallest and most vulnerable ones at Revision. You guys are amazing. I want to talk real quickly about the second way to win every single week in Safari. Pray for one kid that they would come to know Jesus at an early age. And the question is why? Why should we do that? Why is that an important thing? How does that make an actual tangible difference to pray for one kid that they come to know Jesus at an early age every single week? And here's the answer. Prayer works. Like, first and foremost, we believe that prayer is effective, that God listens when we pray, that we have, because of Jesus, because he tore the veil, because he died and rose again, we have an open communication channel with the God of the universe, and he listens to us. And so we pray because prayer works, because he responds, and because he changes our hearts in the process. And so this is kind of a twofold win for me. Number one, I believe that God listens when we pray. And so if we pray for these kids and we lift them up to God, he's going to listen and he's going to move in that space, but also he's going to change our hearts and hopefully create deeper hearts of evangelism, of reaching out, and of helping people meet Jesus in us as we take time out of our week to pray for these kids. And so we pray because prayer works. Number two, we pray for these kids that they'd follow Jesus at a young age, because following Jesus is the absolute best path they can take. From who they are as infants and toddlers to who God created them to be, to the potential that he created them with, to the lives and the futures he has for them. The best way for them to get there is to follow Jesus and to start following him early. There's so much beauty on that path and so much pain to be avoided. And so we're praying that they'd come to know Jesus and come to follow Jesus and come to love Jesus and know his love at an early age, because that's the best way forward for them. And number three, we pray that they'd come to know him at an early age, because we understand that childhood is a key development area. What we know statistically is that a whole bunch of Christ followers, like a vast majority of them, have come to know Jesus before the age of 12. So this is the time. This is the time of greatest shaping. It's the time of greatest influence. This is a time in their lives where it matters to introduce them to Jesus. And we are passionate at Revision Church about chasing this vision of helping people meet Jesus and follow him fully. And if we can do that when they're small, everything gets better. Everything goes better when they're big. And so every week, if you want to win in Safari, really simply grab a kid. Put your hand on a kid, look at a kid across the room, maybe more than one, and by name, pray for them that they would come to know Jesus at an early age, because prayer works. And that's the best path forward for them. And they are at an age where if they can know the love of Jesus, it can change their lives and change their futures and set them up for the lives God made them for. So that's how we win in Safari every week, as we pray for one kid that they come to know Jesus at an early age. Thanks.